to the vlog. I am doing a show and tell again. It has been ages and I'm sorry about that. I honestly have been so busy. I will explain more about that in a minute. But yes, so I thought I would show you what I've been making, not just in May, but also in April and March as well. No, I think just April. So April and May. Sorry, I am still coldy. I'm sorry if I sound bunged up, but you know, that is life. So I'll get on with my first show and tell. Ta-da! This is the Cardigan Dress by Deer & Doe, and oh, I'll step back, I have to remember to do that. I made this for a pattern review for Sewing World magazine with Minerva Crafts. Let me choose a pattern and fabrics and all the kind of notions up to £30 to write this pattern review. And I've wanted to make the Cardigan Dress for so long, and it was really hard to choose the fabric, to be honest. I always have a long list. Whenever I kind of get given the chance to choose my own fabric, I just always have so many windows open on my browser and I'm like, this one, I love this one, oh my god, but this one, and it's just ridiculous. But I felt that this kind of had everything I wanted because I'm really loving blue at the moment, and if you've seen my Instagram feed, it's just full of blue clothes. I think maybe the blue hair has something to do with it, but so I really wanted like a navy dress because I didn't really have any. So it also has daisies on it with yellow on it, so I mean it's pretty much my perfect thing, yellow and blue together, and it's just really cute. A little bit on the see-through side. In fact, I said I'd wear a skirt underneath. I hope I'm not just flashing. Bear with me a sec. Okay, hopefully that wasn't really see-through. I guess if it was, then I'll have to record this bit of footage before again, so fingers crossed. Anyway, yeah, so the Cardigan Dress, Deer & Doe. I absolutely love Deer & Doe's designs. Every time I see something new from them, I'm like, I want to make it. It's amazing. But warning to the beginners, instructions are just not their forte. I totally understand because they're translating it from French, and I love the fact that they give you the option of English instructions, but I think they're just not very beginner friendly, and not even just beginner, just if you haven't done that method before, then you might have a bit of head scratching moments, and I definitely had some head scratching moments. Attaching the yoke confused me, attaching the collar confused me. There was another bit, I think, about the sorry, I hit my pineapple, about the what's this stuff called? Shirring, that confused me. Although I don't think it's shirring, it's called ruching, because instead of shirring where the elastic is in the bobbin, it's just sewing over it in a zigzag, sewing over elastic thread, which is good because I haven't yet worked out how to do shirring with my top loading bobbin bath, my machine. My top loading machine is quite a bit trickier than the normal front loading machines to do the bobbin winding. Anyway, that's boring. So I was quite pleased to do the ruching, which just meant you zigzag over elastic thread. I added piping to the seams, which I think really ties it all together. Here's the back. And also a little yellow buttons. Yay! And I don't know if I will ever actually wear it completely done up because it's, I don't know, I just don't like it. It's a bit constricting having a top button done up, although I do like the look. I'll show you just so you get to see, and then you can help me decide. Apart from that, I think it's French seamed throughout. It's got pockets, and I would honestly say that it is worth all the head scratching moments and interesting instructions to get this dress. So even if you are a beginner, you know, there are loads of things online. The amount of YouTube tutorials I've used for my last few patterns is crazy, how much they've helped me. So yeah, so don't let me put you off because it's a great pattern. I really love it. There's a twirl for you. I keep doing this, I keep twirling, and then I'm like, that's actually the end, so I should just twirl into the next make. So I will twirl into the next make. Yay! Yellow, yellow, yellow! My totally yellow outfit. And I can't say that I've ever thought of putting two yellows together, but on the 6th of May it was Wishbone Day, which is to raise awareness of an illness called osteogenesis imperfecta. And one of our lovely fellow sewers, Marie for James, which is her Instagram handle, and her daughter also have it. But don't let that upset you, because I met Mary at the Knitting and Stitching show, and she is full of life and she's such an inspiring, wonderful woman. So I was really happy to get involved with that and just help spread awareness. So I wore my yellows on the 6th of May and I made basically this outfit especially for it. Sadly, I didn't have the cardigan finished in time. I was on like there of the second sleeve and I was really gutted, but I had another yellow charity shop jumper that I wore instead. But I'm so happy because they go so well together. I don't know if everyone will agree with this, but I think yellow and yellow goes really well together. So I'll first of all talk about the skirt. I really love this skirt. It is made from fabric from Fashion Formula, who I've told you about before, who design fabrics based around the patterns. So there's lots of pattern choices there and you can choose your different type of fabric, or you can design your own. And I was so happy to meet with them, and they sent me some gorgeous fabrics to try out, and this was one of them. So this is a scuba. It is so lovely, and I just went with the yellow and grey houndstooth because why wouldn't I? And I just really love the way it's got such a nice fall to it. Okay, right, I've just turned it round because I've just realised that it was the wrong way. So this is the front of it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's a pleated skirt by Simple Sew. Oh, it's the Grace pattern. It's the skirt of the Grace pattern, and it's a lovely skirt. I'm getting to the point now where I don't even look at instructions or think about how to make things, which is great when it comes to skirts. Obviously not everything at all. I need a lot of hand holding in a lot of the things I make, but when it comes to a nice simple pleated skirt, all I needed was the pattern, cut it out, and then I didn't even look at the instructions. So it came together super quick, and I put in what are they called when you can see them? A zip that you can see. An exposed! I put in an exposed zip because I've talked to you a lot about not wanting the zip through the waistband, and then I broke my own rule, but I thought if I put in a really tough exposed zip then it will be fine. No invisible zips through waistbands, so that really is the rule. Nothing else really to say. I love this fabric. I don't need to hem it. You don't need to hem scuba, by the way. I'm sure people still will, but you don't need to. It's amazing. So yeah, really in love with this skirt. And also the cardigan that I'm wearing is my finished Miette. Andy Satterland, again, I'm completely obsessed with her patterns. This is my second Miette, and when I saw this gorgeous yarn in Abercan, I knew that it would make a perfect Miette, and I love my blue one. I wear it to death, and my new yellow obsession that just doesn't show any signs of dying away meant that I needed a yellow Miette, so I'm so happy with it. It's an even better fit than before as well. I think maybe yarn tension, me getting better as a knitter, has had things to do with that. I would give you a close-up of some of the details, and of course of the lovely yellow buttons that I got when I was in Amsterdam, the little clock buttons. But yeah, I'm just oh, I know also why it's a better fit, especially on the arms. So I've invested in some more knitting needles, because I was trying to knit arms with far too long a lead on my circular needle, and basically trying to kind of do my own version of the magic loop by just kind of pulling it through, and it just stretched every time, and all of my cardigans have really stretched out arms. So I was like, I bit the bullet when I was at the Knitting and Stitching show and got much shorter cables for my knitting needles, for my circular needles, and it has made a big difference. So I do think anyone out there, if you are knitting with the wrong tools, when you change, when you get a chance to, it does kind of like go, ah, that was it. So I recommend it. Okay, while I'm in this outfit, I'm not going to twirl into my next make, I'm going to show you my two lovely ladies in front of you. I am going to do a very special kind of stage wear vlog soon when I'm making my next dress. I'm going to talk through why I make what I make and why it works for me on stage and things like that. But I just thought these were two things that I spent a lot of time on over the last couple of months, so I would show you it in my sew and tell. So to my left is this, it's a light up dress, so the hem, and I'm sorry my mannequins don't go any higher than this, it's a bit frustrating, but I'm going to show you it in more detail soon, I promise. But anyway, the hem has got a channel going through the whole of the hem, and I've threaded in wire, just normal wire. I think it's millinery wire, it's called spring millinery wire, and EL wire, which is light up wire. And the back here, I have to twist it because it's there, you can see these two cables, so they attach to the pack that then slots in here, and then the whole kind of bottom of the dress lights up, and it also pulses with the music, which is seriously cool. So yeah, I spent about 3 days making this dress. It did take a bit longer than I thought, but I'm so happy with the outcome. It looked amazing on stage. I will also show you some pictures of it now as well. And I really like things like this detail at the back. Basically, I kind of made the netting. The pattern that I used, a simple sew Loretta dress. So it's just a really simple shift dress, and I just thought that kind of sculpt was really nice to start as a base. And I used calico just to kind of have a base, and then I used this kind of crazy spiderweb netting. I cut the same pattern, and I remember to do the darts in the front but not in the back, and I was so like, I don't know why I forget or don't do these really simple things. But about halfway through I was like, this is really baggy at the back, so I kind of pulled them into like these triangle shapes and was like, yeah, obviously meant to do that, and I'm really happy. That's like my favourite detail on this dress. And I also just literally just sewed lace to it. A lot of hand sewing went into this, but also I did just run this, I hand sewed on some key parts and then ran it through a machine where there weren't beads, because that was a bit of a problem where I ran over a bead at one point and broke my needle. So yeah, and it is kind of haphazard. It's not as couture as maybe I had in my head, but I think it looks really organic. My friend Elle's Sew Positivity said washed up mermaid, and yeah, that's pretty spot on. So so I'm really happy with it, and it does look great all lit up, so I'm very pleased with that. And then to my right, on my even shorter mannequin, is the dress that I made for the dressmakers ball. And I was performing with my band, so I was thinking, I've got to have like a stage dress for this. And in my head I had such a big idea, but then I saw where we were playing and that we didn't have a stage, and it was kind of on the floor, which is totally fine, but it just changes what you want to make. So I just thought, instead of a really big dress, I'll just make something kind of my own interpretation of dressmaker's ball. So using the Flora pattern from By Hand London, I made the base again in calico, just of the bodice, and then I sewed on just this really cheap gold lame. I got it from eBay for $1.99 a metre, and made it into a circle skirt. I actually started by making it into a gathered skirt, and it just looked awful. So thankfully I had enough time and wits about me and fabric to make it into a circle skirt. I wore it with lots and lots of tutus on the night, so really fluffed up. But the bodice is like the pièce de résistance. I sewed measuring tapes all over the bodice, and mainly used these black and white ones. I got a whole kind of, I think it was 10 for £2 on eBay, so mainly they're those ones, and then when I ran out of them I used some from my stash that were coloured. So yeah, really pleased with that. I'm going to twist her in a weird way just to show you it's at the back as well. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to wear, and I will definitely wear it again. So that's kind of what I wanted to show you. Oh, I've got more to show you, but of the stage dresses. But as I said, I will do a vlog specifically about making stage dresses, showing you some stuff on stage as well, and because that's a really big part of what I do. And so many of you have been really lovely about my music, and it would just be crazy for me not to pull that into this a bit more, because also that's what's keeping me really busy. So, the next make! Yay! Yay, my cake dress! I made this originally for the dressmaker's ball as well, because I thought my stage dress was only going to be worn, you know, for my performances, so that I would have this for like hanging out with my sewing friends. I didn't realise quite how much of it would be actually me standing on stage, because I also compared the competitions and things, and I was asked at some point, but I completely forgot about that, to be honest. And when I arrived on the night, and they were like, yeah, so here's your what you're going to be doing with the comparing, and I was like, oh yes, I definitely knew about that. So anyway, this dress didn't get much wear, but I did wear it just for like 5 minutes at the beginning until I changed into this. And then I got to wear it the next day at a wedding that I was singing at and doing some DJing at, so that was great. I got proper wear of this dress because it's a beauty. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen this already, but it's the cake dress by Simple Sew Patterns. I did it for the Simple Sew blog as well, and it's a really simple, lovely, lovely dress. The original dress is to your knees, so I extended it to a maxi, but you can't really see that, so I forgot my footstool. I'm sorry guys, bad vlogger Gabby. I'll just jump. Yeah, anyway, I'll show you a picture. How about that? One of these sides is going to have a picture of me in this dress. But yes, so it's all the way down to my feet, which I like as a maxi. I want it to be like dragging in the mud. I don't like any of these ankle grazers on me, they just look awful. So really pleased with that. There's a lovely tie belt at the back. So there are quite a few details on this dress that you might not see because of the fabric. Oh, the fabric! First of all, sorry. FC Fabrics, I've talked about them and I've shown you this fabric in a haul before, and it is just gorgeous. I love this fabric so much. I think it's their most popular fabric, and I can completely understand why, because not only is it beautiful and striking, it's just soft and really lovely to wear, really lovely to sew with. It doesn't curl round. It's just a really high quality jersey. And I overlocked the whole thing really quite quickly, actually. It was amazing. But the details that I did just eat a really massive ice cream, and I'm fully aware of my big tummy. I don't want any rumours to start. I really just ate too much today. Anyway, yoke. There is a lovely yoke, and it goes all the way to the back and then becomes the ties, which is a really nice detail, and there's kind of gathering here and gathering here, and then I'll show you my little whoopsie. There's not meant to be a little pleat there, but I tried it like 8 times and I couldn't get rid of any kind of a pleat, because doing a V that way is really tricky, it turns out, and probably even harder with jersey. So I just left it. It's a design feature. I also top stitched down the neckline after wearing it, because I realised, yeah, did I? Oh yeah, when I wore it on the first night on the dressmaker's ball, just for that short bit, I could tell that the facing kept wanting to pop out, and I had to keep pushing it back in, so I just used a double needle and top stitched the neckline. And in true Gabby style, 2017 is the year of not hemming things. I haven't even hemmed the sleeves or the bottom. Sorry! Whoops-a-daisy. But you know what? I just don't mind about things like that anymore. I will hem things. The next things I'm about to wear, you would be able to tell if they weren't hemmed. Whereas things like this, I just don't think anyone would know. Maybe you all will, because you look out for these things as sewers. But I mean, I told my mum and she was like, oh, I would have never known that. So yeah, hemming's overrated, guys. Let's not hem stuff. Okay, alright, my final make. I don't know how many I've had, so I can't say my and final make. So just my final make. Yay! Match made from heaven. I'm sure most of you would have seen this shirt already because it's from my latest vlog, and I've been going on and on and on about it because it is the Melio, thank you to all the people that helped me pronounce that, Melio shirt by Deer and Doe, I'm probably still getting it wrong, that I did for the KB pattern swap that Gingerella chose for me, and got all these lovely things like plackets and a hidden button band placket here, and I made it in this gorgeous silk that a family friend gave me that has deers and does on it. I mean, how perfect could that be? I know there's been quite a debate about what animal it is, but when someone said you have does on your Deer and Doe shirt, I was like, oh my gosh, they so are. They're deers or does. Because I can't tell their sex, I'm afraid, from the picture. But yes, love it, really happy with it, and I'm so happy with how well it goes with my new skirt. So this is my latest Minerva Crafts project. This is for their blog, for their blogger network, and it is the Rosary skirt by Pauline Alice. It is in this gorgeous red corduroy and vintage buttons. Look at these beauties. So the buttons were from car boot sale from Chiswick Car Boot, and it was £2 for 8. I think it's 8. Is it 8? 2, no, 10. Oh my gosh. Yes. So I have one spare. So if one pops off, I've got another to go. And they are just so perfect for this. I didn't even kind of realise until I was looking through my button stash, and I was like, oh wait, those ones I got last week, were they red and white? And they just couldn't be better for this skirt. Love the whole pleated patch pockets. That is a really nice little detail, and I have to say Pauline Alice's patterns are amazing. Her instructions are incredible, very beginner friendly, anyone could tackle this skirt, and there's like 3 other options at least to make other skirts with different lengths, different pockets. There's pockets that are kind of, you know, set in. Oh, I just love it. I love the belt loops, and it's just the cutest little skirt, isn't it? I've always wanted a little red mini skirt. I can't believe it took me this long. The only little thing that is a bit of a shame is this corduroy has got a bit of stretch in it, and I don't think I picked up on that really when I was buying it, but it just means it stretches out a little bit. So basically after about 6 hours of wearing it, when I first wore it, I realised that it was getting a bit loose and it crumpled like crazy, and I would sit down and it would just kind of stay in these shapes, and that's it's just a bit sad that I just didn't think more about the fabric choice, because when you're making something structured like this, no stretch is good, especially in like a needle cord like this. It just it would be better to be a woven fabric. But I'm really happy straightening it out every now and again and giving it a good iron like I did just before I wear it now, because I am not taking this skirt off just because of a bit of stretch. I love it so much. So yeah, so that's all my makes. I'm massively happy actually with all the makes. I know that I've been a little bit absent from the sewing world, and that's just because I've been, you know, working on the new album, but also doing other things, and well, just, you know, when you've been so busy that when someone asks you what you've done, you just can't think of anything. That's kind of where my head is at. But I haven't had time to sew, and that's been really sad for me because I just love sewing. And the whole of April, I think the yellow houndstooth skirt I half sewed up in the whole of April. That is all the sewing I did. So the moment I was kind of more free, I've just been whizzing things up again because they just make me happy. And yeah, so, and also I'm already sewing. I've just done a pattern test today that I've just finished making. Can't show you yet, but will do soon. And I'm about to cut out something else to hopefully sew up before dinner because we're off on tour again tomorrow morning, so I want to wear it because the weather's so nice and I wanted a nice summery dress. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of it from me. I really hope you enjoyed the vlog and that you're all well, and I always forget to say it, but if you did like this video, please let me know. Please send your comments. I do try and reply as much as possible, and if you really want a reply, by the way, maybe send me an Instagram message, or yeah, that's probably best, or a Ravelry message. But I do try, if something on YouTube comes up, because I do read all your messages and they do mean the world to me, but if something comes up where it's a direct question, so someone the other day said, Gabby, what was the link for that fabric? And straight away I was on it. So I am very good at the direct questions, but I'm just not, I just haven't had the time to reply to all your lovely comments. But honestly, I do read them all and they do mean so much to me. So thank you for that. But yes, I will leave you with that. And I'm going to hopefully get back to more of a routine, and next week we'll show you some fabrics that I've got. Oh yes, I did go car booting last Sunday and got a whole new pile of fabrics because obviously I needed more. So yeah, so I've got a fabric haul for you next week and I'll show you what I'm up to next. Alright, take care. Bye!